Begin with that chaotic commute for hundreds of subway riders when the F train they were on derailed in Queens.
The express train jumped the tracks in the Woodside section between 65th Street and Broadway. These pictures, just released by the MTA, show the FDNY evacuating riders from the cars stuck on, or rather in the dark, tracks underground. And then passengers, including a baby, were brought to the street through an escape hatch. 19 people were hurt, 4 of them potentially serious. The
derailment caused disruptions on several other lines, hundreds forced to wait for buses to take them to other stations. But we are told tonight's commute should be somewhat back to normal. We have live team coverage for you. Let's begin with Kathryn Brown in Woodside, Queens. Kathryn.
Good evening to you both. We got here on the scene very short time after this happened. We were standing just a few feet away from this escape hatch as these passengers were brought up, and as we watched each one being brought up by firefighters, you could see the look on their face. Very similar sense of relief, of fear, and confusion. The scene was surreal and scary. Firefighters climbing into a subway tunnel through an emergency chute, trying to rescue 1,000 riders who were left stranded on a Manhattan-bound F train when it jumped the tracks.
And the train just jerked so fast. Then we saw smoke. It was literally like a scene out of a movie.
It's like I was about to die.
Cell phone video shot by passengers underground shows the evacuation, controlled chaos. Dust stirred up by the accident filled the tunnel and some rail cars.
There were a couple of people who were having some asthma attacks and a couple of people who were, having panic attacks.
Firefighters tried to keep passengers calm as rescue workers led them carefully out of the train one by one, down a ladder across the tracks, then up another ladder, through an emergency hatch to the street above. Most emerged shaken and shell-shocked.
I don't know where I am.
It was really scary.
Many passengers were able to walk out on their own. Some wore face masks, but 19 were hurt. 4 of those left with potentially serious injuries. Some were brought up to stretchers and given oxygen. Others whisked away in wheelchairs to waiting ambulances. This woman walked away, holding tight to the toddler in her arms.
She's the bravest baby ever.
It took more than 100 firefighters and EMS workers about an hour to get everyone to safety. Pictures released by the MTA give another glimpse at the scene as it unfolded underground. A day these strap hangers won't soon forget.
Everyone's safe, and it was a regular New York City day, I guess.
Well, that train is still underground right now, and you can see MTA workers here on the scene. They're trying their best to get local service back up and running any minute now. We're told that it will be back up and running. They'll suspend that again at 10 o'clock tonight through 7 o'clock tomorrow morning while they haul this train away, and then the investigation begins into how all this happened. We're live in Woodside, Queens. I'm Kathryn Brown, CBS 2 News.